Welcome to another episode of Life Outside the Box. I am your host, actually the director, and I'm here with somebody that's very near and dear to my heart, my brother, Talik. What's going on?
Yo, let's go, folks.
Can't call it, man, can't call it. Listen, we've known each other for a very long time, and I'm glad I have you on this show right now, because when we were younger, you know, me and Talik started off at Home Depot together. That's where we met. Home Depot in Elmont, actually. And this is right before I went to the military. This is my guy right here, and we bonded on more than just jokes. We bonded on sneakers, and you know, you have a family full of sneakerheads, and I felt, you know, close to y'all based off of me and your relationship and the relationship we all had with sneakers, and that's why I brought you here today. So I'm glad to have you on this episode. Yeah, absolutely. So, first and foremost, let's get into when did you first discover sneakers? How old were you? What were you at in your life? What made you the person you are today when it comes to sneakers?
So, I first discovered sneakers was, I would say 97. I was in 5th grade. One of my little crushes had the Obsidian 12s. And I saw her walking through the hallway. She was walking towards me, and I was just like, forget her. What is on her feet?
Right.
So they just like, they had glow around them, and I just was like, yo, I have to get those. And you know how many brothers I got? So
yeah,
my mother was like, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just what introduced me to it. Ever since then, I've been watching them and loving Jordans. Really.
Okay. So are you a specifically a Jordans person, or
I'm more
branch out to
I'm
other
more
things?
so a Jordan head more than anything.
Okay.
But I wear Yeezys. I do like Harachis, any type of trainers. Now that I'm older, but
right.
Back then I was doing old Jordans.
Okay. Today you bought me something special, and this is actually a Life Outside the Box first. You actually bought a sneaker here today that is a black-owned company.
Yes.
It's a sneaker that you would not walk into a typical Foot Locker, Foot Action, Finish Line, and you're not gonna see it. This is exclusively if you know, you know. So this is the if you know, you know type of sneaker.
That's a fact. You have to be a true sneaker lover to start branching off to other brands, and this is one of those brands that caught my attention.
All right, and what's this brand called?
It's called the Air Kais, made by a dude named KOOL KIY. He's from New Jersey, and he collabed with a dude named David, who owns the Revis portion of this shoe brand, and he's from Jamaica, Queens. So
okay, so you know Queens get the money all day. I already told y'all that on this episode on the show before. So yeah, so let's see these, man, because I've seen them on your Instagram, and I'm kind of hyped, man, because I need a pair of these. I need a few pair of these.
So
and I don't like the picture that you sent me the other day either, because your collection of these is crazy. And
I have about 8 pair of these. These are one of my favorites.
Big 8.
They are the sport blue and orange pair. We're gonna get right into it.
AKA the New York Knicks.
So first we're gonna look at the box.
Right.
If you felt the box on Freaky, it's very, 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 very heavy. Very heavy. It's very heavy.
Right.
So the artwork on the front of the box, it's so New York. It's so Black Lives. It has the protests. I believe it's the Millionaire March. I don't know if that's what that is, but okay, it's a lot of men marching. You also have the Statue of Liberty with the mask on. It's playing on the pandemic that we're all going through, that we've survived, thank God.
Right.
You got the Bean, Kobe.
You know that.
Yeah.
Mamba mentality.
Sentimental right there. To me, my favorite basketball player of all time.
Okay.
His sneakers. He actually has, if you look right there, he has the Jordan 1, which the sneaker mimics the Jordan 1 silhouette.
Right.
He has the first Jordan symbol. That was the basketball with the wings.
The Air Jordan symbol.
That was the only one that was on the 1s and the 2s.
Right.
The 3s was the first one with the Jumpman symbol. You know, we'll get into that a little later. I think it was 88, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so we're gonna get right into this shoe. Comes with a card, just like Jordan 1s would.
Oh, like I told y'all before, I'm a big fan of Jordan cards, and the fact that this sneaker comes with a card.
He just put thanks for supporting, let you know that, you know, he's thinking about y'all.
Yeah, it don't even have to have the silhouette of the sneaker on there or how many different versions he have. The card is symbols like a hallmark moment for people in the sneaker community.
We used to see that card in those Jordans and go nuts.
And
I'm gonna get this number next.
I'm gonna get the number 12.
See
that? Yeah. So and it had all the OG colorways of the Jordan on that card, and that was That was like what we used to do as kids in the neighborhoods, where you would see a car pass and I'm gonna get that car, I'm gonna get that car. That Jordan car symbolized what we felt like. Oh, I'm gonna get that Jordan. I'm gonna get that Jordan. Yeah.
Me and my brother used to hang up the cars in our room like that's plaques. Like it was crazy. Like who could collect the most cars? That showed how many sneakers that you actually collected. It was crazy.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. I never heard nothing like that.
Yes.
That's dope.
So we hung them joints up like trophies.
Right.
Comes with a nice dust bag. I think that it's very important when you're traveling. You have a nice dust bag. You put your sneakers in there, and then you put them in a suitcase. And these sneakerhead know you're not just gonna put your sneakers in a suitcase.
Right.
Scuffs, marks, smell, everything. So dust bag is important. So one of my favorite parts of the shoe. Air Kai, you see on the paper, he did his Air Kai thing with the paper. And then we get into the beauty of the shoes.
First and foremost, this is my very first time seeing these in person. I look at your Instagram all the time, and I see the purple, it's dark purple with the light purple, that you have, and I'm gonna just say, yes, it's an Air Jordan 1 silhouette, but this it's so different in so many ways, and the fact that this came in patent leather for a black-owned company, just to be a starter company,
that's what I said,
and to come in patent leather out the gate, it's so different. It's so unique to me. I really like these sneakers.
You get also the aged sole. Now that's important to sneakerheads because we all know that when you have a sneaker, OG, you had them for a long time, those soles start to age, and it gives your sneaker character.
Absolutely. Like this is, man. I'm just so shocked that
black owned.
Yeah, I'm not shocked that it's black owned because
I'm shocked at the black owned aspect and the quality of the shoe. Now everybody saw him come out with his shoe and they already doubted him. They were like, "Oh, you copied him for Jordan 1s. Oh, now nobody's buying fake Jordans." But I saw the comments and I said, "I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter.
Right.
I can't do that."
All right,
because what we did before growing up, we brought Bathe the Navy.
I'm glad that was my point.
Bathe the Navy.
That was my point.
The Air Force One silhouette.
That was my point.
Wasn't black owned, and we paid whatever we could to get our hands on those.
Yep. So on a previous episode of the show, I had my man Amp on here, and my man Amp, he bought a Bape shoe. And I don't know too much about Bape because to me, when Bape first came out, it was a knockoff of Air Force One. So, and I was at an age where I didn't really understand certain type of fashion points about sneakers. You know what I mean? So the fact that this is the Air Jordan silhouette, it's that all right, cool. What about Bape? So I dare y'all to say anything about this sneaker right here because Bape took the whole Air Force One design and made a whole different company off of it. Now, whether Nike has anything to do with that or not, that's not in my price bracket. That's not my price bracket. That's beyond me. But right here, I'm gonna tell you firsthand. Me first holding this sneaker firsthand, the weight to it feels amazing. I can automatically tell that the patent leather that's used here is way thicker than the patent leather that would be used on an Air Jordan 1. It feels to me like a higher quality of shoe, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's a classic Knicks color. You know, we from New York. It's a classic Knicks Mets color. The lightning bolt here is just different. The name on the side, the way the laces are, it's just a very good shoe. And let's look at the bottom. We're gonna look at the bottom for a second, right? Because here is a design that the person that made this shoe obviously made it his own all the way around. He didn't just stop at changing certain things about the silhouette. He really directed his attention to the bottom. So now your imprint is gonna be the way you walk. You know how when you step in water, or you step in sand, or you step in something, you leave a footmark. Yes. And I can tell that this was one of the most important parts of the sneaker is because I want my name imprinted in history. That's what this says to me. And I think this is an amazing shoe for it to be a black-owned company. Listen, I want y'all to go out and support this black-owned company. This is amazing to me, and I really love this shoe, and I will be making purchases. And if you want to sponsor the show, you know, you got to have me in some size.
Exactly.
I'll wear these every episode, and you will never hear nothing about it. You heard?
And the boy, he does good work. He does good work.
Yeah, I can
on
tell.
his page, he supports upcoming businesses. At any given time, he'll say 10 businesses. I'm gonna front the LLC. So how could you not support somebody?
He's trying to make black millionaires,
How could you not
man.
support somebody?
And this is what
He
this is
actually
about.
let somebody in his comments to not design the next pair that's coming out. So listen, we all looking out for each other. We all we got. I always say it. If I could spend $170 on some Jordans that I love,
Right.
I could spend the money with us. And
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what it is.
And that's important because we got a black-owned sneaker here. Shirt you wore today
Black
screams
Lives
Black
Matter.
Lives Matter,
All the time.
and you know that's a fact. Black Lives Matter.
They hate
Always.
when we love us, man.
They
Remember
hate
that.
when we love us. I love that statement. That's a very powerful
They don't
statement
like
right
that.
there. They do not like when we love each other, and that's very important to bring here. So, moving forward, man, I want to know what sneaker in your collection, or what sneaker that don't you have in your collection? that's something that you feel like you gotta have.
Listen, my sneaker that I have to have is the Ginger 16s.
Ooh, I forgot about those.
The Ginger 16s. I was going into 9th grade.
Wow, I forgot about those.
9th grade,
Right.
Catholic school. People from my hood did not go to Catholic school. Their parents wasn't paying for Catholic school. My mother said, you're getting out of, you're not going to one of these high schools in the neighborhood. You're going to Bishop Ford. That November, the Ginger 16s dropped. I'm in Catholic school. Everybody got the Ginger 16s. Ma, can I get the Ginger 16s? How much are they? 140. That seems like nothing.
Right.
140. She said, I just paid $5,000 tuition for your school. Do you think that I'm paying for $140? Never got them. I want them so bad. The color, the mood of them, the whole cover that they have on the top.
Right.
That sneaker's a match.
Yeah.
Hella looks.
I forgot about those.
I saw one girl with a fresh pair, and that's the last time I've seen them. I'm like,
Wow.
you will not catch them.
And
You
I think
look
the only
online,
other-
you look everywhere.
I think the only other ginger Jordan was what was it? The low cut 13s? Was it black? It was
Yeah,
a
it's black and ginger.
Yeah, it was a black and ginger
Low
low
cut.
cut 13. And that's the only other ginger I've seen.
Those are the sneakers that
As far as Jordans, I'm pretty sure there's more out there, but those are the only ones I see. But the ginger 16s, I forgot about.
I don't know
that.
not
I'm
one
old.
person that has a fresh pair that they're selling.
I don't know one person that
I
has a
don't know
pair.
anybody. So if you know someone, hit me up. I need it. I'm paying top dollar for those. Trust me.
Oh, so that's your holy grail sneaker.
That is my holy grail shoe. I love it to death. I love it.
Okay, all right. Listen, I ain't
And I
never-
wear my sneakers, so when I buy them, I wear them.
Right.
First day.
Fresh out the gate.
First day.
Matter of fact, I think you got a coat to go with them. You
do.
and Maddie got a coat to go with them. If y'all like Madison, this is daughter.
owned Coco
Shout out my sister Coco. Coco, we love you.
made me a trench coat. It
Yeah.
turned hella heads. I support black business.
Absolutely. We support black businesses here, Life Outside the Box, man. Yeah, listen, I really appreciate you for bringing these here. I wanted you to bring, when you told me you was bringing them, I got excited because this is the very first shoe that I have from a black-owned company, and that's not your typical Nike, Jordan, Adidas, Reebok, or whatever. And so this is a special moment for me and a special moment for the fans. I'm sure you guys out there are excited too that this shoe is here today, so you get to see it. Listen, and if you hate it, all right, you hate it. But if you love it, support this black-owned business, man. And this is what we do best. We design, we create, we curate, we do all of this stuff in this community that we get ripped off of so much, and it's just time to speak up. And I think these speak very loudly. So, Tali, I want to thank you so much again for coming on this episode, man. I really appreciate you. And for those of y'all don't know, this is my first time seeing my brother. This is my brother. My first time seeing my brother in years. All right, so again, again, thank you for coming here, my brother. I appreciate that. You bought a black-owned shoe here. This is the very first time on the show, and this is history making right here. And listen, if you hate the sneaker, all right, you hate it. But if you love it, go support it, man. I'm gonna put all the information in the credits and everything that you need to know about the sneaker right here. This is a very first Life Outside the Box drop right here, and I'm telling you, the quality of the shoe is amazing. So, you know, thank you for tuning in. This is Life Outside the Box. My name is actually the director, and we out. All right, everybody, we at the part of the show where I take a sneaker out of my personal collection and I unbox it here on the show. Now, this sneaker is special to me, and it's special to a lot of people in this, you know, situation. Kevin Durant released a sneaker years ago. It was a low-cut sneaker. It was silver. It had a lot of different accents on it, and it was called the Aunt Pearls. Now, when that sneaker first came out, I wasn't really too hip on KD's and his sneaker. But learning the story behind that sneaker, it honestly made me feel like this is a sneaker that I would love to have in my collection. So right now, what I have here is the second edition of the Aunt Pearls. And we're gonna start off with the box. First of all, the box, you're gonna give it, you know, the detail in the box. And right here, we're gonna unveil the sneaker. What can I say about the Aunt Pearls? This sneaker to me is so amazing because of the story behind it. KD actually has an aunt named Pearl that passed away due to breast cancer. And each Aunt Pearl edition that he features, no matter what the color is, he always has this flap here with the angel wing. And the angel wing, to me, the detail gets better every sneaker. And like I said, this is the second edition. The first one was a little more flat than this, but this one, they kind of upped the ante on this sneaker. Nike did a very good job at designing the shoe, and KD had a lot of input on this. And this is his dedication that he will release pretty often throughout his career and even after he retires for his aunt. It's a very nice pink silhouette. The midsole is a darker pink. The angel wing is about a pinkish purple. And the mesh material in front is a sneaker that you could wear and easily clean. For all you sneakerheads out there, you sneak freaks out there that understand the idea of cleaning sneakers, toothbrush, soap, laundry detergent, whatever you use to clean your sneakers, he made it so that this sneaker is a very cleanable sneaker. There is a message on the inside of the shoe, and it's in loving memory to my Aunt Pearl. On the tongue of the shoe, it features in the front Aunt Pearl's name, and it means so much. So shout out to everybody out there that is a breast cancer survivor, that is a cancer survivor, and you know, condolences to everybody that has lost their lives to the battle of cancer. And this sneaker is just a very big, iconic sneaker in the sneaker community. If you know about the Aunt Pearl sneaker, this is a must-have in your sneaker collection. Shout out to Kevin Durant on this sneaker, and rest in peace to his Aunt Pearl. But this is something I had to have in my collection, and I'm so glad I was able to get it. And here we are, Kevin Durant Aunt Pearls.